Welcome everybody here to the Sports Zone Network channel, specifically here tonight. Specifically here tonight for the WWE Smackdown live review here for December 5th, 2017. Here, welcome to the Sports Zone Network. And welcome to this video, December 5th, 2017, Smackdown Live in San Diego, California. Show opening with the currently still employed duo of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, kicking off this latest episode of what they call Sami and Kevin Show, describing and talking about Shane McMahon's vendetta against them and how they got over, how they got one over him last week with the match with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn interfering not at ringside, but otherwise. And as he's explaining that, he's on the ramp there showing and explaining in great detail. Randy Orton comes from behind, hits an RKO out of nowhere on Kevin Owens. And then Shane McMahon comes out and makes a match for Clash of Champions, a tag team match. And at that point, it was simply just Randy Orton and a mystery tag team partner facing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at the Clash of Champions, and then making the match for tonight, or that night tonight, earlier tonight. The show for the main event being Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn. So Shane McMahon trying to get back to Sami Zayn, just as he tried to get back to Kevin Owens last week, but that failed because Owens won that match. Will the same happen this week? He certainly did find out. But at this point, who knows? I kind of thought maybe he would find a way and Owens would be able to get out of being handcuffed to a ring, because that was one of the things Shane brought up too. He wants Kevin Owens there actually at ringside, literally, because he was going to be handcuffed to the ring. So there you go. Rusev in English defeating the New Day, and I don't know if you guys saw the graphics yet for each match they show. And like I'm sure it would be the beginning of each promo video for each match, for each title match, for each match for the pay-per-view, like they do for all pay-per-views. I kind of like the beginning of it, me being a nerd in that sense, or as Anderson Gallows would call it, say nerd in that sense. They show the older looks of the titles, whether it's U.S. title, WWE title, women's title, stuff like that, and then they show in obviously high definition color of the current championship look. I thought that was actually kind of a nice touch, and obviously you try to do something, not obviously, but I would hope so when they do, try to do something different for all their pay-per-views each year with a different visual in that sense of how they have now the logos and looks of each of the events themselves are the same each and every year, which makes sense. It's fine with me, but the graphic design and graphics for the video packages and just for each match setup, I'm sure there's an actual term for that, but that's what I'm just calling it. But for the promo videos, promo packages, on the beginning of it, that being different each and every year for each pay-per-view, whether it's Clash of Champions, Backlash, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, or whatever pay-per-view, any of the pay-per-views throughout each WWE season, as I call it, not after WrestleMania to the next WrestleMania, that they're going to change it up. And I like how they have it for Clash of Champions, so just something, little thing that I noticed. And I'm sure you guys hopefully now can check it out. Maybe tweet at WWE, let them know Steve Wrestling Ramble brought about that. Then again, I'm sure most noticed themselves that are that type that care about it and noticed it and talk about it and bring it up, whether on Twitter or otherwise. So I thought that was pretty cool. But the point being is, Rusev in English, you're going to get a tag team title opportunity facing the New Day, facing the tag team champions, the Usos, and facing Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable at Clash of Champions on December 17th of this very year, 2017. And Bobby Roode defeating Baron Corbin via disqualification. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler there on commentary. The two-on-one match was still a pretty good match. They're one-on-one simply. So just think how good it's going to be at Clash of Champions with it being a triple threat with Baron Corbin, Bobby Roode, and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler getting involved, hitting a zigzag on Bobby Roode, and then hitting another one on Baron Corbin that looks strong. And moving right along, the Bludgeon Brothers defeating Adam James and Josh Carter, two local talents, having another squash match for the Bludgeon Brothers, building them up continuously. Their promo packages, at least the ones that I've seen in the last couple of weeks, are to be desired in my eyes. But them actually being the brand green ring package, especially Luke Harper there, Eric Rowan has been showing some things as well. But actually more talent than when they were in the Wyatt family, and him just being one of like a third wheel. Here in this tag team, them being repackaged, I didn't know if Eric Rowan would be able to hold up his end of the bargain. It certainly seemed like he's doing pretty well. And I know I heard some news about Luke Harper unable to finish a tour. I think it was the Mexico tour for SmackDown Live. But definitely thankful was able to make it here for the SmackDown Live taping and for their match here against some local enhancement talent for the show. So it's good to see how, and wonder where they're going to be fitting into the tag team scene moving forward. When will they be getting their opportunity? You have the Fatal 4-Way Clash champions, Bludgeon Brothers, I'm sure shortly behind are going to be getting an opportunity. Now, I know a lot of people have been saying maybe, depending on how good and how over they get, Authors of Pain versus Bludgeon Brothers, either on SmackDown Live or in a dual branded pay-per-view one after. And you have Authors of Pain get promoted and get brought up to the main roster on Raw or something. So either way, that would actually be something I certainly would be looking forward to in regards to them. SmackDown Live Women's Champion Charlotte Flair defeating Tamina in a one-on-one match. After the bell, Natalia, Carmella, and Lana all climbing to take stories ahead for the pay-per-view, which is Charlotte Flair versus Natalia in a lumberjack match or lumberjill match there with the rest of the SmackDown Live women's roster. But before they could, the Riot Squad decided to make their presence known as well. Everybody standing around, and Tamina actually attacking Sarah Logan. Those two brawling before being separated by their somewhat teams. Randy Orton defeating Sami Zayn in the main event. One-on-one, Kevin Owens was actually able to both cutters get out of his situation and help Sami Zayn, but still, Orton was winning. Able to win, but also saying that vein, this time Randy Orton was winning because last week he lost to Kevin Owens. This time beating Sami Zayn. After the match, Owens attacks Randy Orton from behind after his hands being raised. Double team on him. Nakamura's music hit. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be Randy Orton's tag partner. Then after all that, then they cut to the back with Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. Shane McMahon saying, well, I'm not through with him yet. I forgot to say and add that at Clash of Champions, Shane McMahon, is going to be the special guest referee. And if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn don't win that tag team match against Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura, not only will he be fired from SmackDown Live, he will be fired from the entire WWE. Really. They face the black with Daniel Bryan with his worried, scared, confused, shocked, whatever, all emotions. He's pretty much a good actor in that moment. And just in a brief moment, I actually thought, wow, this could be reality coming in through fiction. Non-fiction through fiction sort of thing with maybe we might actually want to let them go because of what they did and going into business for themselves, not being unable to be fixed in any way sort of thing, as in no matter what punishment they give you, it's always going to eat at their crop. And they're not going to keep them for any much longer in reality. Though I think that's not the case. They're still going to be working for WWE, they're fine or whatever. This is just for kayfabe, this is for the storyline. But there was a part of me for a brief moment that I wondered maybe that's not the case. Maybe, just maybe. But either way, it makes things a lot interesting, and especially when it's that prediction episode here in a couple of weeks. Where will I go? Where will my team members go for predicting that match for the tag? Not for the tag team titles, but that match is in the tag team match. Then in its own right, with everything with the storyline and build and Shane McMahon involvement, should be the main event, but or maybe it still will. I'm thinking, should this match, and you guys can let me know in the comment section below. This video goes on the channel and post. Would you guys and gals, men and women, like to see this match be the main event? Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton versus Owens and Zayn with everything tied into it? Or simply the title match between AJ Styles and Jinder Mahal, which, by the way, unless I missed something, maybe it was just a promo package or something, they weren't on the show tonight. So there you go. But either way, look forward to seeing how everything goes down. And this SmackDown Live episode went down and went well. Welcome to follow me on Twitter at WWE Industry Podcast. I do have my SmackDown Live Insta poll already up. Vote there. Great, good, okay, and terrible for voting for SmackDown. The poll should have just recently ended for because I do have them for 24 hours for the Raw Insta poll already. And last time I checked, terrible was actually leading for that one for people voting. So whether people were seriously voting or just going that way because they can, or because they were hoping for the Shield to win the tag team titles. Either way, that's how that was last time I checked before it officially ended there. I'm just checking here to see if it did officially end 24 hours. 24-hour rule. But anyways, I thank everybody watching live. And those watching archive, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will be back tomorrow for Talking Packers with Steve with NFL. Moving forward there. But above all else, as always, take care.